bro. Hey, check that fly out. Learn who you are according to the Bible. Hey, brother. Hey, brother. If I was to ask you who you are according to the Bible, what would you tell me?
Who am I?
Yeah, what's your nationality? Come around front real quick. Come around front.
My bad.
If I was to ask you who are you in this Bible, what would you tell me? Do you believe the Bible?
Yeah.
Okay.
To be honest, I believe in one human race. So if we was to ask me,
one human race.
One human race. Like I don't really look at color. You know
oh, you don't?
Nah.
Okay, but look, you say you believe the Bible, right? Yeah. Let me show you what the Bible says. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6.
I'm God's child of anything.
Oh yeah, we are God's children. We are the children of Israel, as stated on this side right here. We're gonna prove everything we say out the Bible. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So he said, thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. We stated in Deuteronomy 1:1, he's talking to the Israelites. So he's speaking to this one particular race of people. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
So this people, you are a special people. Read.
Unto himself, above all people,
equal to,
above all people,
on the same level,
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So we are above all people that's on the face of the earth. That's why we're the best athletes. We're the best singers. We do everything better than everybody. But why are we on the bottom? That's my question to you. Why are we on the bottom?
We're a threat.
We're a threat?
We're a threat for that reason.
Okay, I'm going to show you why we are on the bottom. We are the threat because what we're about to show you. Watch this. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. Let's see what happened. Because we are all great people. The Bible said we are gods on the earth. But what happened? Right? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments.
So, question, do you have kids? So, if you tell your kids to do A, B, and C, and if they don't do that, what's the consequences behind that?
I'm going to pull their coattail.
Huh?
I'm going to pull their coattail.
Meaning what? You won't punish them, right?
Not necessarily punish them, but chastise them, show them a better way. Or
that's punishment. That's punishment. So this is us. This is the Most High punishing the Israelites because we didn't keep the commandments that he told us to do. Right? So listen. Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these what?
All these curses.
It's a curse, good or bad? It's bad, right? So he said all these curses is going to come upon the Israelites. Let's read some curses that fits our people, right?
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Oh, verse 37, my bad.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
So sis, the Bible said we're going to become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword. What's a proverb? What is this? What is a proverb and a byword? A proverb is a wise saying. One of the wise sayings that used against us, if you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in the book.
Right.
Why? Because they feel like Negroes don't read.
Right.
We don't read the Bible. This is what we need to read. And the byword is, it says, what is your nationality? Say it again?
What's your name?
On the application, what do you put down on the application? African American, Negro, colored? That is a byword. Because a byword is a name given to you outside of your God-given nationality.
Right.
African American. Where did that term even come from? Huh? The word Africa came from Leo Scipios Africanus. He's a white man. America comes from the name Amerigo Vespucci. That's another white man. I'm looking at y'all. Do y'all come from white people? No. So that's not who we are. You understand what I'm saying? That's not who we are. If you feel what I'm saying, so watch this. Read. Now remember, these are the curses to identify who the Israelites are. Correct? Read.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
So no matter where we at, we could be in America, we could be in Jamaica, Haiti, Puerto Rico. We are called everything different other than what our God told us to be. Give me Hosea 1 and verse, I believe it's verse 10. Am I correct? Hosea 1 to verse 10. I'm coming back. It says in yes.
Hosea chapter 1 verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
It said in the place where you have said ye are not my people. How are they saying we are not God's people? By calling us these different names. Negro. First it was Negro. Then it was nigger. Then it was Negro. Then it was black. Now it's African American. All these terms, that's just how the Most High is saying you are not his people. All right. Now go back to Deuteronomy 28. Question: how do we get to America? How do we get to America?
How do we get to America?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
Sis, how do we get to America?
Oh well, I mean, if you ask me, we was given up to a degree, and we was taken to.
Okay. What'd you say, sis?
I won't say the wrong thing.
Say it like nothing's wrong. We will show you out the Bible. Huh? No. How were we as a race of people brought to this? Look. How were we brought on? Look. How were we brought on this side of the earth? It's right here. On boat, right? Give me that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So it said the Lord shall bring us into slavery again on slave ships. In 1619, this happened to the so-called blacks, the so-called American blacks, West Indies, and the so-called Haitian blacks. We came over here on slave ships. Understand? We was made slaves. This is Bible prophecy. This links us to this book. A lot of people don't believe this Bible, but this is our history book. Understand? Read.
By the way, whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
And we never went back to our homeland. Our homeland is Jerusalem. We're not Africans. We was scattered on this side of Africa in 70 AD. When we were scattered during the time of the siege. Right? Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Shall be what?
Sold unto your enemies.
So we were sold on auction block. If you go on Canal right now, Canal used to be a big old slave port. We were sold on auction slave blocks. Plus, if you go across the street from the St. Louis Cathedral, they have a plaque telling you the names and the ships and the dates and the years when we were sold over here. So all this linked to the Bible.
Right.
Why?
There in our feet.
Huh?
Right there now.
Yes, but why, sis? Why did it happen to us? Because we not keeping God's commandments. That's it on that?
No. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen.
It says sold to your friends.
Your enemies.
Our enemies. The people that rule over us in this land, the Bible calls them our enemies. Alright? That's not our friends. Alright? They are our enemies. Read.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
And for bondmen and slave men. You might say, okay, that was back then. Give me Baruch 3 and 8.
Bring it out.
You might say that's back then. We're not slaves no more, but yes, we still are slaves. We are still slaves to this day. We have our oppressors. No, not me. What's your last name?
Alfred.
What's your last name? Huh? That's the name given to you by your oppressor. Once again, proverb with a byword. You feel what I'm saying? Read Baruch 3 and verse 8.
Baruch chapter 3 verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. We still in America when we were sold for as slaves. To the same day. Read.
Whereof, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse.
Right now we are a reproach and a curse. Look at the condition of our people. Look at the mindset of our people. You feel what I'm saying? We out here with our pants sagging below our ass, smoking weed, whoring out our women, making babies and not taking care of them. You feel what I'm saying? So our women opening legs and not being responsible enough to actually pick out a good husband. That's what's going on. That's the astonishment. That is the destroyed decay of our people. Read.
And to be subject to payments.
And we are subject to payments. We gotta pay rent, light bill, taxes, whatever. Car note, car insurance. That is the subject to payment. That's proof we're still in captivity.
And we got extra interest on us too, just for being brothers.
Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? That's called tribute. You feel what I'm saying? Give me Romans 12 and 2. Romans 12 and 2. So how do we get out of this? Are you tired of this? The condition that we're in? Are you tired of it? What about you, sis? Are you tired of it? Are you comfortable with it?
What you mean by that?
Like the conditions of our people. Feel what I'm saying? Living check to check, always at the bottom.
Yeah.
Huh? You tired of it, right?
Just turning on the news in New Orleans, period. It's tiresome.
I know, because there's so much stuff going around, right? Read.
Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Don't be conformed to this world. What's popping? What's going on in so-called social media news going on today?
A lot of people talking about that submarine incident.
What side's that? Talking with our people.
Our people selling sex, selling drugs, promoting killing and violence, promoting like I would say over masculine women, over feminine men.
Correct.
Because a lot of men out here, like black men portrayed on social media, they portray it real feminine.
Right.
I mean, it's.
What about you, sis? You're 100% correct. What about you? Do you agree with him? Read it again.
And be not conformed to this world.
So everything you just said is correct. The Bible said don't be conformed to that crap. All right? Read.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
It's be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. What is that talking about?
Basically, getting closer to God, if you ask me.
Right? You're correct. Give me Psalm 19. You're 100% correct. You're 100% correct. But we're going to show you. It said, be ye transformed by the renewing in your mind. What transforms us? What changes us? That's all it transforms me. Read.
Psalms chapter 19, verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect.
So it says the law of the Lord is perfect. God's commandment is perfect. Read.
Converting the soul.
So it converts your soul. Convert means to change. It makes you a new person. You no longer out here smoking weed and going out women. You no longer hanging out with women fighting.
Right.
Why? Because you're converted. You're keeping the laws of God. Read.
The testimonies of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
So it says making the wise simple. It makes you wiser. That's the knowledge that we're supposed to have as a people. Keeping the commandments of God. Go back to
Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
That you may prove what is holy, acceptable, the perfect will of God. What is the will of God? Psalms 40. What is the will of God? Because we all want to, you're supposed to keep the will of God, or want to desire to keep the will of God. This is what the churches is not telling our people. What is the will of God?
Psalms chapter 40, verse 8. I delight to do thy will, oh my God. Yea, thy law is within my heart.
It says thy law is within my heart. So that's two scriptures that referring back to the laws of God. We have to keep the laws of God. That's how you change a community.
Right.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. And